Wife moaned another's man name during sex. She apologized tearfully, answered all questions, and allowed full access to devices with no evidence of cheating. Do I drop it or keep investigating? My wife is 44 and I am 40, and earlier this week my wife and I, who have been married for 9 years, were having a particularly impassioned evening of playfulness, foreplay, and sex, especially because all the kids were gone and we had the house to ourselves. After a couple hours, we started getting into the main event, and amidst all the energy, excitement, passionate imperatives, etc., she loudly moaned out someone else's name. If it matters, we were positioned in a way where we weren't making eye contact. The exact words were, "Oh God, hit it. Hit it hard. Someone else's name." To say the least, that definitely killed the mood quickly. After suddenly stopping and having a few rhetorical questions of disbelief, I started having a more drawn-out and appalled Q&A with her. Interrogation. She says that she has no idea why she said that name and, at a loss for any other explanation, possibly attributes it to the dizzying and disoriented energy of all our activity. The name didn't ring any bells for me. She was extremely apologetic, in tears, which appeared/felt authentic to me, at a loss for how to gain my trust back, and offered to let me access anything/everything that could provide evidence that she wasn't cheating: phone, computer, email and social media accounts, etc. Over the last week, I've reviewed and scrutinized all that, and then some. Now that the dust has settled and I didn't find anything suspicious, in hindsight, I'm honestly a bit ashamed that I became so obsessed with searching all that. As much as possible, I methodically went back 5 years and looked at data in every which way I could think of. I looked at all her messages, call history, voicemails, emails, social media account data downloads, internet history, the list of apps that Apple says her account has ever used, Google search and location history, iCloud photos, phone carrier records, her car's Blue Link location history, cross-reference certain things with footage from our Ring doorbell camera, etc., etc. You get the idea. She even offered to let me call any of her friends, tell them what happened, and talk to them about it. After finding nothing in my own search, though, I thought dragging her friends into this drama would be going too far. Additionally, logistically, I have no idea where she could find the time or ability to be cheating on me. I'm working from home right now. She's usually either with me at home or being a taxi driver for our 5 teenagers. I mean, sometimes I have my own appointments that require leaving the house for like the dentist and such, but only a couple hours here and there. I feel really bad now that I've gone through all that and found nothing suspicious. She still feels really badly and apologizes a lot, which, at this point, I've told her that I accept her apology. I honestly feel like I need to apologize myself for being so obsessed with not trusting that she wasn't telling the truth, so please don't cast me as some horrible person that makes mountains out of molehills. I just got a little too carried away, like I'm sure a lot of people would. Anyways, all that to say, assuming I don't run across anything suspicious in the future, should I truly just let this go and try to forgive and forget about it? Do I really have any other choice at this point? Since I haven't found anything to show she's cheating, I feel like I'm constantly telling myself now that I can't continue to dwell on this, because that's crazy and neurotic from an outsider's standpoint. But seriously, how and why in the world would she moan someone else's name? Has anybody else slipped up like this before, seemingly with zero explanation other than being disoriented from passion? Best comments. OP answer a couple of questions. I've said my own name during sex, twice. I don't even know why. I was 100% focused on my partner, but for some reason I moaned out my name. Brains are weird. Bro, I've called my wife our daughter's name during. That was awkward. The reason being that she ticked me off slightly, and I'm so used to yelling out my daughter's name. I believe your wife. She could have been fantasizing about someone else while having sex with you. Could also be just a mistake, because they do happen. It would just be a very unfortunate timing. It's probably just a fantasy or a mistake. However, if my partner were fantasizing about other people effing her when I am, real or not, I might be a little turned off to the whole thing. That's why I'm hoping to get past the thought of it in my head. The next night, she tried to playfully came on to me with an apology BJ, but I just couldn't keep it up for the life of me. So that backfired pretty badly and left an even more awkward atmosphere between us. This was before I had much chance to come to any "are you cheating?" conclusion. Curious though, Did she ever say where she got the name from? A TV show, movie, book, or something else? I think it's weird if she can't mention where she knows the name from. No, she only said that she didn't know. After I was like, "Excuse me, what did you just say?" That's basically what the 10 minutes of Q&A was for. Me trying to stay calm and brainstorm with her where slash how slash why she might have said that. She said that she didn't know why she said that name. As far as I know, and as far as I can find, we don't know anybody with that name. Her only thought on a possibility was getting caught up in the moment and not knowing what she was saying. It very well could be a fluke, it happens. However, in a sentence like that, sounds like she said it before. Does she normally say shit like that during sexy time to you? No, but with 5 teenagers, we rarely have that much freedom to be super vocal. I mean, sometimes we're vocal in a passionate whisper type of way that keeps it restricted to the bedroom and out of the kids' earshot, if that makes sense. She was getting pretty creative that night with her dirty talk as we got more worked up, which she's usually not, and I'll happily admit it was seriously arousing me. I don't recall her ever using that phrase before, though. My point was maybe she's embarrassed that she watched porn and was practicing the line from it. Yes, if she were watching porn, she definitely would have a difficult time admitting to it. Her opinion about porn is that it's fake, and she'd rather get excited about having real sex with a real person. At least that's how she says it. Some people are good at hiding things on their phones. It's not hard. This would be a giant red flag for me. I would be keeping an eye out. I definitely wouldn't say cheating, but maybe she was fantasizing of someone else. She could have met someone new, maybe doing shopping, online, or maybe a dad that she met at your kid's school, or simply someone from her younger age. Sorry, but I am completely horrified at going back 5 years into every single message. iCloud, call, ring doorbell. Jesus Christ. A year at most would have sufficed. Let it go. Hey, she apologized, and you accepted it. I think you can also openly say that you are also sorry for mistrusting her if you feel this way. Be open with her. You both will feel better. Update number 1. I will ashamedly admit that I went overboard, though it wasn't particularly emotional like an OCD cleaning frenzy. When I started looking at it, I came up with some parameters, going back no more than 5 years, searching for certain keywords in each account, etc., and those parameters were probably a little too much in hindsight. I felt like the Q&A was nerve-wracking but calm enough, focused on being somewhat methodical, almost brainstorming for like 10 minutes on where slash how slash why she would say that. Based on what people have said here, I am going to apologize to her, so she and I can discuss any type of trust issues that have become apparent because of this.